it's Joy, and today I'm watching Ted Lasso, Season 3, Episode 8, We'll Never Have Paris. Thank you so much, Pamela, for sponsoring. I adore this show. Let's go. So they're doing well.
AFC Richmond make it 2 decisive wins in a row. Of course,
Face-to-face time over FaceTime anytime.
I hate that he has to be all chummy with them.
Nice to, Dr. Jake.
Ted, please, I insist. Just call me Jake.
No.
You got it, Jake.
Can I get a refund for all the money I paid you
to, me, you know?
to
Like
help save my marriage?
Called Jay-Z.
He's actually taking me to Paris.
We'll never have Paris.
It was a surprise.
Oh, Paris.
Being like, couples having romantic trips is great. And obviously it's wonderful for Henry to get to spend time with his dad, but like, why can't you take Henry to Paris? Henry would probably get a lot out of going on holiday and going to the different sites and like the museums and seeing the Arc de Triomphe and going up the Eiffel Tower. Like, I don't get good vibes from Jacob.
Which one? Cool. Well, that's gonna be real.
I mean, the fact that they're co-parenting, he needs to be civil with her, and it's good that he can be. But it's heartbreaking that he has to smile when he hears, like, she's living a brilliant, wonderful, shiny life, and he isn't. Like, she hasn't done anything wrong, as far as we know. There was no affair. She just fell out of love, and told him she fell out of love. Like, she's not Rupert, but still sucks.
Where were we? Champagne.
I want to like this for Keeley. I do.
Movie next.
What?
Fuck.
What?
Someone wanted to ask about us. What terminology would you best recommend describes our relationship?
Nate, redeem yourself and then I'll care.
No, there's no pressure.
Or someone leaked this.
Fuck!
Hey.
Keeley, you've
Like,
done
this is bad
nothing
because my friends are
wrong.
gonna see this. My family. Oh my god, in the office. I'm the boss.
Keeley, stop. Take a breath.
You're a person who lives a life.
Yeah.
This is awful.
So sorry
Invasion
this
of
is happening.
privacy.
It's gonna be okay. I'm gonna take care of it, okay?
Is she still gonna want her to go to your polo thing? Sorry.
What's going on? What's the
I forgot he'd never been part of it.
Dr. Jacob and Michelle are getting engaged.
They might just be going to Paris.
It's a hard moment where
He took her to Paris.
That doesn't
You know,
mean he's proposing.
that's it.
what?
Ted, you're
I ran down the stairs with
catastrophizing.
this and up. Can't worry about something that hasn't happened yet.
Oh.
What you said. If find out before you flip out.
Love that Roy is a
Find out
diamond
before you
dog
flip out, huh?
from a distance.
Yeah, you're right.
Poor Ted.
You're right.
Let me give him a hug.
Thank you.
Are we in trouble?
No, nobody's in trouble. Just
Oh, is he making his
you
own
know, I just don't wanna
diamond
say it until
dogs?
Everyone's here, so if you.
Like trying to get together his own group of boys, men,
Okay,
boys,
that's
really.
fine. I'll just. I mean, he said that he would. So, I mean, is he busy?
Like, Nate, you know who Rupert is. Why are you surprised?
It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry. I get you both.
Richmond was something special that you find in
No, Roger, just don't.
like
no, thank
few
you. It's all right.
workplaces where you just find people that click and are just there for each other as family. There's nothing wrong with not having that at work.
Hey, boss.
Because Nate's pushed away everyone that cares about him.
Wait, should you be at training?
Oh, yeah, but don't worry. I've got that all covered. The French one, and I'm pretty sure he's going to propose.
You need
Now
to
I
just
got to
let
find
it
out
happen.
if I'm right so I don't flip.
Ted needs to speak to a therapist or someone because this is not healthy. He and his wife have been divorced for a couple of years now. I'm not saying he should just move on and be over her. That is, of course, not easy. And everyone heals differently. Everyone moves on differently. But this need to know immediately, are they going to get engaged? It's nothing to do with you and it's out of your control. It's her living her life. Like, you're living yours. The fact that he's still this kind of upset about it to the point of like, I need to know right now, breaks my heart and makes me just want to push him into the warm embrace, not literally, of a therapist or of someone that will help him work through these feelings and why he's feeling them and help him learn to let go.
Oscar Wilde's grave.
Before they get engaged.
No.
Or else he'll
they
just
visit the Louvre
slowly but
to
surely
make fun of all the
drag
people
himself there
taking
over a
blurry
painful
pictures of
period
an
of time
overrated
instead of getting there sooner.
Yeah.
Keeley, just ignore
Come
it.
in. I deeply regret the video that some of you have seen online. I'm beyond embarrassed.
Fuck Jack. Fuck
and
her.
I've never made this video. I hope you can forgive me while I
Jack
learn and grow.
is a controlling red flag. I knew she wasn't gonna like that because she's a classy person. She wouldn't do that. Like, there's nothing wrong with making a sexy picture, a sexy video to send to someone you love. The only issue with any kind of sexy picture is if you send it unsolicited to random people or to anyone. Like, then you're a bad person. Otherwise, you're two consenting adults in a relationship. I knew there was something off about Jack. She's kind of this rich person who's always had things her own way and things have to be done a certain way. And Keeley, you have nothing to learn and grow from. Do not post it, Keeley. And that just breaks Keeley's heart because it's like Jack is ashamed of her. Jack thinks that the video was bad and that Keeley was wrong to make it when she wasn't. I'm sorry. Barbara, I think, has always known there were red flags about Jack.
Famous chicks got their nude photos leaked.
No,
Hey, the
lads.
Sun is calling it the
I fuck that. We shouldn't be looking at that shit.
Why not?
Because it wasn't meant for us, yeah.
Throwing your private pictures out there, just don't take naked pictures. Especially being famous.
What? Come on, man.
Fuck that, Calvin. No, man. The only people to blame are the dickheads who steal your shit and put it
Thank
online.
you, Jamie.
That's why I delete all the Marky.
It's not about the law. It's about doing what is right.
Exactly.
Like in Les Miserables.
I shouldn't have to delete my photos just because they might get stolen. It's my
Colin.
stuff. Don't touch it.
What is wrong with Colin? Is he trying to prove how man he is?
The article says Keeley was one of the women who was hacked.
Does it all feel a bit more personal now? You can learn to not be dicks. McAdoo has renewed respect from me, from his stance. Now, is he kind of awkward about deleting the pictures because his pictures would likely not be of women? Is that why he's kind of walking out a bit sheepishly now? Because I don't think he's going to have some huge stance. If Colin's going to turn around and be like, if you send me a naked picture, it belongs to me, and I'm not deleting it, then I will be like, okay, I still feel for you, I still care about you, and I hope that you are able to come out in a safe environment. But you're not creating a safe environment for other people. Whereas if he's walking off now because he can't swipe through his pictures, because as we just saw with Jamie kind of glancing at what the guy was doing, I know his name, brain fog, someone might glance over and see that it's not women.
Fuck off.
Delete it right now.
Hey.
Oh, be nice, be kind. Okay, you're not saying anything because you know you just invaded his privacy, plus there's nothing like earth-shatteringly wrong with being gay, right?
So fucking up.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Restructure society so women aren't constantly sexualized while
Please.
simultaneously being
Please.
crucified for being sexual. Should I be ashamed?
No.
What?
I don't know.
Oh, tell her that. Give her a chance to surprise you.
What you say is, you just put out a statement saying, like, what everyone has to do when this happens to them, and I hate that it's happened so often. That, you know, private pictures are private, and what you do by yourself is fine, and you don't have to say anything. Fuck people.
Oh, I love you.
I've got you.
That's true friendship. It makes me so happy.
Bye.
They should get back together. I mean, not in this exact moment.
Fucking shit. You okay?
All things considered, yeah. Yeah.
Good.
Oh,
You?
Oh, mate, yeah,
no.
I'm good. Who's it for?
Roy.
I'm sorry, Keeley. I'm really sorry.
It's okay.
Did he mean it in the sense of like, is he worried that she sent it to him and so he's partly to blame for her being in this situation? Or was he being weirdly jealous? Because it's a shit question either way.
Fuck.
Yes, Roy, fuck.
Jack, I can't do it.
You don't.
Does
So
she?
sorry.
Mom's friend, Jake.
Sometimes.
Do you like him? It's okay if you do. Just wondering.
Does he
Like,
ever- You guys get along all right?
we do need to have a version of this conversation with him. It is a tricky line to toe because you don't want to be like putting ideas in his head that he shouldn't like Jake, or putting ideas in his head that like, oh, dad wants me to not like Jake. But you also need to just make sure there is a clear path that if you don't like Jake for whatever reason, you can tell me.
I mean, nothing but the best for our dear Uncle Bernie, right?
Shit.
She's been uninvited.
Babe, I cancelled that.
No,
right
don't
thing.
apologise. You're right.
I feel like she was embarrassed
you.
by you and
Didn't
didn't
think
want
about
to be
that.
around with you.
But you know what? It's definitely coming off.
I don't like this woman for Keeley.
Coach and I got off. We're talking.
But I
No
might be being a
game,
Ted with
no
Jake.
scouting, no nothing.
Why did I buy him a West Ham shirt? You don't need to buy a shirt for every single... I love that he wanted to make sure he had his Richmond outfit. You don't need to buy a club shirt for every single club you go to. Like, that's such a bad, like, practice to put in his head.
Alyssa, we went to uni together. And this is my friend Keeley Jones.
My friend.
Hi.
Hi. Keeley
My
runs a PR firm.
friend.
You, your family.
He was just with his kid. They bought tickets.
You know what? I'll be right back.
See, even worrying about that is taking away from the time with your son who was excited to share a song he liked with you.
Where were we?
You think I'm nuts?
Yes. And privacy invading.
Because my dad does.
He was so excited to share this song with Ted, and Ted lost.
You know what this song's about? He's real worried about Jude and all his sad feelings. So he wrote him this song.
And now your dad's best friend
somewhere down the road.
sharing it with you.
Along a winding road?
And I know right now it feels like you're in a sad song.
Bless you, Beard.
You have the power to take a sad song and make it better.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, me too.
Bless Beard. They're the people you need in your life. And be there for you.
Honeymoon, and then, well, we both got busy, and then we had Henry, and I just...
You can tote Henry.
But seriously, who gives a flying fuck if Michelle gets engaged?
Me agree with you.
That time in your
I
relationship
agree.
with her has back to that pub and sing Hey Jude with your boy.
First and buckets, boss.
There's a lot of very real emotions in this whole dynamic. I love Beard looking out for Henry when Ted needed him to, and I love Ted and... Bless.
The statement is taking care of it now.
By having me make an apology.
Yes.
For doing nothing wrong. Do you understand
Please
this?
just do it. Not a great look when the person I'm seeing, whose company I fund, has a porno online.
A porno?
You know what I mean. We're limiting the damage, okay?
Yep,
Jack, I'm not doing it.
Jack
This
thinks
video
she's
being
so
leaked
high
is
and
not
mighty
my
and
fault, but
brilliant.
for some reason you
Exactly,
think it
Keeley.
is.
Thank you,
maybe,
Keeley.
I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't have made the video in the first place. It's certainly not something to be proud of, Keeley.
I don't regret making that video.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't regret sending it.
I regret dating you. I'm glad you revealed your true colours to Keeley now.
Are there more?
What are you doing?
I think I should go.
You deserve so much better than Jack, Keeley. I'm so sorry that you're going through this.
Are you coming back?
I don't know.
Keeley should be the one kicking her out after how she's been acting. I'm sorry, Keeley. You deserve better. Can she help him deal with his unhealthy obsession with, like, I mean...
Looks like they did.
Mm-hmm. Is he having an epiphany and going to change?
Nate, that's my boyfriend.
It would be very sweet if Nate had apologised to certain people. You deserve better than her.
I wanted to apologise.
No, you don't have to do that.
Oh, no, I do.
Jamie, this is not your fault.
No,
It was
is
to
my fault.
him.
Let me just... I picked a stronger password or something.
Oh, no. Don't tell me your password was password, Jamie.
Yeah. Well, to be fair,
So was it Jamie that got hacked, not her, technically?
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, Keeley.
Thank you, Jamie.
I love them now. Like, as friends, he was the one that technically was hacked. Yes. He didn't propose to you.
Sorry. Good seeing you too.
Dave Grohl learned to play drums on pillows.
They are very similar. See why they were married and that they were married. I feel like there are more sparks between her and Ted than her and Jake. Did they break up in Paris? And they're acting that they didn't? I don't know how my brain is now suddenly like, are they going to get back together? Because like I wouldn't hate that, but I'd also be like, well, what made you fall out of love with him in the first place and realize you didn't want to be with him anymore in the first place? It can be, I guess, a situation where you think you want something different, but you don't. But also, I'm getting very ahead of myself. I just felt like she got on far better with Ted, but that could just be a sign that Jake isn't the one for her, rather than a sign that she'll go back together with Ted. Because I kind of feel like Ted deserves better than someone that's just going to turn around and decide their life isn't good enough for them. Again, she didn't do anything wrong because she didn't cheat when she realised she had those feelings. She did the hard thing and she told them to him, and then she ended the marriage before she would try to do it with anyone else. That is the correct way to go about, but it's still a very awful thing to do to somebody else. Like, I don't know. I loved the scene between Coach Beard and Henry where he was, saying like, I know things are really hard, and like he was just such a perfect like uncle, best friend of the parent kind of uncle figure to be there for Henry, because both of his parents are trying so hard when they're with Henry to be like, everything's fine and everything's great. And obviously if Henry were to say or show that he wasn't feeling happy, they would talk to him about it. But they're trying so hard to be okay. And he knows that his dad's not okay. And he knows... So I thought it was just really special to see Beard kind of say that to him and tell him that, like, you can make it okay and it's going to be okay. And, like, you are loved. And that is what matters most. It was really lovely. And then when Ted came over and they were singing, it made me really emotional. I'm glad Ted didn't follow through in figuring out with the PI about the engagement, because he got himself into such a bother over literally nothing. They went to see a city that has a lot of cool stuff to look at. Doesn't mean you're getting engaged. Yes, the fact that they didn't take Henry is kind of like weird and mean, but we will see. I will not be surprised if Dr. Jacob and Michelle are broken up in the next episode, because yeah, they didn't seem to work together very well. Ted and Michelle seem to work far better together. Not that I necessarily think they ought to get back together, but yes, I do feel like this season that was written to be the final season will end with Ted leaving Richmond and going back to be in America with his son. And like, that will break my heart a little bit, because I love Richmond, I love the family, and I like when my shows end and I can imagine them all just carrying on. But at the same time, why the hell isn't Ted in the same country as his son? It doesn't make any sense to me. So I need basically for Michelle and Henry to want to move to England. Anyway, then the I want to say Keeley to last. My brain. What other plot points happen in this episode? Obviously, Nate. Now, again, I think we are seeing the Nate realizing his mistakes. For the first time, he was able to look at a photo of Ted and not think, Ted's just here to try and get in my head. He's trying to throw off my game. He's trying to ruin everything. He just went, yeah, I think they were having a good time. And in a way, it was him having this relationship with someone who doesn't particularly care that he's this super all-powerful dude, that she likes him for him and not when he's being a piece of shit, that helped him to see that. But I still think they made Nate too awful and too horrible, whereas he'd started off as nice. And there's no excuse to go from being a nice person to being awful. And yet he did it anyway. So I'm intrigued with what they're going to do with Nate. I have hopes it's going to be handled well in this show, because like in some of these scenes I was forgetting I hated him, and then I was like, how he acted? No. Like, honestly, right now, I feel like the best case scenario with Nate would be for him to apologize to Ted, make things up with Ted, and then just not be in Ted's life anymore. But we will see what happens. But they seem quite sweet together, which is nice. She's seen him at his worst, I suppose, in a lot of ways. And then we have... My brain's being so stupid. Obviously, we had a very, very significant moment that then got swallowed up by the rest of the episode, which was McAdoo grabbing Colin's phone and clearly seeing pictures of men that were not pictures of women. Now, initially, I am like disappointed in Colin that he was being all defensive. Was it because he didn't want to get his phone out and delete them there and then, and he thought that was where the conversation was going, and so he was being like, my phone, mine, private? Maybe, I hope so, because I have to believe that his being really weird about the pictures on his phone was to do with kind of a overreaction or acting out of character, because he's trying to look like the straight lad, and a straight lad wouldn't want to delete those pictures, even though loads of straight lads around him were all being like, yeah, I delete the pictures. I have to believe it's that, because I don't think Colin is never seemed weird and possessive and cruel, and that is kind of that attitude of like, no, you send me your sex picture, then it's mine, is not a good look. So I have to believe it was down to his kind of trying to be a lad. Especially, like, you'd think someone like Colin, hearing that people's private phones and email accounts or whatever have been hacked, would panic and delete everything. Because if his gets hacked, it will be Premier League footballer Colin Hughes is gay everywhere. The Sun will be making awful puns. Like, it will just be terrible if he gets outed in that way. And he would be. If his phone was hacked, he would be outed. So you'd kind of feel like he would have almost the, like, nuclear policy, like nothing stays on my phone ever. I like that they had the question, or they had the discussion of whose fault is it, and I'm so happy Keeley was quite proud. Well, not proud, because there's nothing to be proud of or not proud of in a way. It's just a thing that you did, and there's who cares? Like, if you've got the self-confidence to do that and you care about, like, and you trust the person you're sending it to, do it by all means. Just make sure you trust the person you're sending it to have a password. But I love that Keely's message of, well, I'm not ashamed of it. Like, I don't know, like, I guess I've done it before. I don't know. I don't think about this. I just did it when I felt like it. And I liked that in the locker room there was a mixture of kind of like, well, you shouldn't have really taken the pictures. And even Jack saying that, because that is such a response when this happens. Like, there was a huge leak, which is what they were mirroring in this a few years ago, wasn't there? And absolutely, like, how dare you try and say someone shouldn't have taken the pictures? You're famous. You should know better. No. Everyone has certain rights, and those rights should be kept, should be validated is what I was going to say, but that is not the correct word. So hacking of private information, putting it on the internet, looking, is ridiculous. Like, anytime I've heard there's been some kind of leak, whether it's when it's like various like actors or celebrities or people have accidentally posted themselves a private picture and stuff, I haven't looked at them. I have no interest in looking at them. To be honest, I have no particular interest in looking at them, even if the person is like, hey, everybody, please look at this. But, you know, I'm in no way interested. I'm in no way inclined to breach somebody else's privacy and look at them like that. I don't even like paparazzi shots of like, oh, look at that celebrity couple at the beach. Like, no. If they post it on their Instagram, I might be like, oh, that's cute. But no. So I like that we have the mixture of opinions in the locker room, and that ultimately the captain, McAdoo, again, like, I obviously already liked him, and I watched him on Race Around the World, like the actor, obviously, and he's had a really hard life, and I really love him. Like, but I mean, like, he was going through some really stressful stuff when they were filming season 3, and so it makes me really emotional when I see him to think about that, because he opened up about it on the Race Around the World. But McAdoo having that stance was so lovely to see. And, you know, even like Jamie, he's learned, and I think it's funny, like when he was telling Keeley about how the process of him deleting the pictures, it was kind of also like him charting his own personal growth. Like, well, to begin with, I kept them all because I was in denial, and then I did, like, it was sweet. So I appreciated that ultimately they all sat there deleting them, and hopefully they will learn, and ultimately it will be a message to anyone watching who maybe has kept pictures or thinks it's funny to keep the pictures or to show other people the pictures, or who thinks, oh, if you take pictures you're wrong, will think differently now after this episode, maybe. I hope, because you have no right to dictate what somebody else does with their own body, and you have no right to steal that information either. I thought it was particularly interesting that Keeley wasn't actually hacked, it was Jamie. Because all of this, like, blaming on her, neither one of them are at fault for this. I mean, Jamie's not at fault, but you are like, my lord, just get a better password, please. But no one's at fault for this. Especially, like, I believe him when he says that when he realised it was over, he deleted everything. I believe him. And yeah, you don't really think about an email that sits in a cluttered inbox, or, I don't know, like, you just don't think about this kind of thing. I understand. It is heartbreaking that this happened to Keeley, but it's heartbreaking that her privacy was invaded. Not that she did this, and not that, oh my god, your greatest ever shame is out there. No, it's heartbreaking that this private thing was released to the world. And so I really respect Jamie for coming to her and apologising to her and making sure she knew that he had deleted everything. And that she was able to just hug him. And I also appreciate that at no point had she been like, I have deleted this. Like, this wasn't me. I deleted that. So my big kind of question in the situation is Roy and Roy's response. Because initially, obviously, I do believe he was heartbroken with Keeley, and I in no way think he was feeling any kind of shaming towards Keeley. I'm guessing she didn't send him anything like that, but I also don't necessarily picture Roy taking sexy pictures either. I don't know if he does. Good for him. Up to him. But it's one of those situations, like his comment of who did you send it to? Was he kind of thinking whoever it was you sent it to, that's the person that was hacked, they're behind this? Was that why he asked? Or was he asking out of a weird jealousy? Because kind of like, do you agree with otherwise what? Like, I kind of want to know what was in his head in that moment when he asked that, because obviously afterwards he realised it was a stupid fucking thing to say. But when he said it, was it jealousy? Was it misguided concern? Was he wondering, was it a video that she'd sent to him? Like, what was his concern there? Because it wasn't the best response that he had. Jack, yep, her colours came out. There was something off about that woman from the beginning, and here it is. She is a rich, daddy's little rich girl who likes to be, I'm so cultured, I'm so out there, and so, oh, but actually she's just a little rich girl. Bye-bye. If we never see her again, it will be too soon, and Keeley does deserve better. Like, Jamie is better for Keeley than Jack, and I also do not think Jamie and Keeley should get back together by any means. So yeah, I feel very sorry for Keeley that she had to not only kind of lose this relationship that was, not only go through this awful privacy invading hell, but then lose a relationship that was making her feel really loved and special, and like things were good in her world. My long-term plan for this show in this season is still for Keeley and Roy to get back together, even though he kind of fucked things up in this episode. But I hope we see Keeley being happy and stable on her own. She doesn't need a relationship. I feel like in this show she's kind of gone from relationship to relationship, and people do that. I have friends who have done that. There are famous people who do that. There's nothing wrong with doing that, but I think for Keeley's own sake it would be good to see that she is able to be an independent woman on her own, which we know she is, and flourish. Now my concern, one of my concerns from the beginning of them getting together is this going to affect the funding of her company? It fucking better not. But is Jack going to be like, oh, I actually don't think this is a sound investment anymore because you take pictures and videos of yourself and send them to someone you trust? Ew. How could you? Anyway, glad Jack's gone. I think Barbara definitely knew Jack was not great. Team Barbara. Yes, I like Katie Wicks, but Team Barbara. This is a very good episode. It touched on some really important points. It was heartbreaking in a lot of ways. And I'm just really excited to see where it all goes next. So thank you so much, Pamela, for sponsoring, and thank you for watching.